I have set myself up for success. I'm all good now. No longer shrimping. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for that, Weasel. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome. It's Spike After Dark on a Sunday night. Hello, hope everybody's having a good evening. We are here, finally able to stream again. The internet has got to at least a somewhat stable condition. Hope everybody is having a good evening. We have only a few days left of the year. It should be interesting to see how the rest of the little bit of 2024 we have left goes. I'm certainly hoping to get a lot of decent streams out in that time, and we're going to start with this one. So we're keeping it winter themed for today. We're playing, of course, Motorstorm. This one is a Motorstorm for the PS2. Hello, Pinky. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Somebody has ordered a head pat, and that can certainly be arranged. There it is. I'll make that a little bigger for you. It really has got me on that lean. I said that in like February, but doubly so now. I'm actually leaning right now. This is because my phone fell off. I have my so I'm back on the old scuffed Spike setup from back in the day. my phone that is doing my tracking is balancing on a stack of anime DVDs, and fuck, it keeps going. Can you tell? It keeps falling. This is the peak content you come here for, I know it is. Anyway, yeah. My setup is perfect and flawless, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. It just happened again. You know what? I'll just leave it there. As long as it doesn't fall further, that's fine. It'll probably be okay. Anyway, welcome to Pinky, welcome to Never, welcome to Woozle, everybody else. Hope you guys are all having a lovely evening. I hope you're keeping warm. I'm going to be playing a game that I have not yet played on stream. I've played the original Motorstorm many times over. I've still not made a massive progress on it. It's a big game, and it's quite hard too. This is a Motorstorm game that I believe came, I think, 2 games after it. I think there was Motorstorm Pacific Rift, I think the second PS3 game was. And then there was this one. This one's interesting because it's a PSP game that got the PS2 backport treatment, which was quite stylish to do at that time. You may remember that from such games as GTA Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. But yeah, I've played a little bit of it to test out, and it seems really good, surprisingly. Like it's quite impressive looking for a PS2 game, so it very much seems to translate Motorstorm just fine, so we're saving it for today's stream. And yeah, I like this series. I was a big fan of the PS3 game. I still need to play the other PS3 games. There is Pacific Rift, and then there's Motorstorm RC, which is like a version of it that has miniature cars, like RC cars, and I think there's like one more that's like a cinematic version, whose name I forget. But yeah, it should be good. It should be good. Anyway, so in terms of the rest of the year, I will be streaming more. This week was a weird mixture of the internet being absolutely shit and just not working. Like, I tried to stream Wednesday and it just wasn't fucking happening. I was doing my bandwidth tests and like I was getting constant dropouts. More so than like I had 10 minutes ago. Like, just not even... Like, I'd press start stream and it wouldn't even fucking start. It would just be that bad. Mi-Fi seems like sometimes it can be performing absolutely fine, but the second you try and upload something, or in this case stream, it just shits itself. However, as we've kind of established on the Discord and all that, a lot of why my Mi-Fi is bad some weeks and fine other weeks is because of the location. I am in England, where I'm kind of moving all over the country of late because of all the touring I'm doing for work and stuff, working in different parks. So like, I'm actually back home now, but like, it's actually worse here than like just about anywhere else I've been this year. So like, I've managed to find a compromise by lowering the bitrate even more than the already low bitrate I had, and you know, that works if it's stable. However, if it's not stable, then it doesn't work, and it doesn't really make any difference. But in the meantime, we are streaming, and it is stable, and we're okay. So we're gonna try and keep it going. Fingers crossed, though. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tonight, and I'm also gonna be doing, of course, a Christmas stream. Waiting for me to start playing. It is. Hello, Rock. Hello. It's absolutely waiting. The second we get into gameplay, it's fucking over. I will be playing this on real PS2 hardware tonight, because I figured, why not? We gotta see how this game actually performed in its because it was, of course, a very late time to be releasing a PS2 game. This was, of course, 2009 this came out. There was still like some PS2 releases by this point. Not really high profile ones though. They were mostly, by this point it was mostly all ports, you know? Back ports mostly, like sports games and things like that. But this one is like a very solid game for 2009 PS2. I really like, I don't know if it's like a hot take, but I wish they just kept making PS2 games forever. Like, have we really advanced much since then? Like, in terms of video games being good, is there anything that's good now that you couldn't just also make on PS2? You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like the needed technology kind of peaked there, you know, that gen. Like, why go any further? We don't need fucking Bloom. We don't need ray tracing. We don't need any of that shit. Anyway. So we have here a late stage PS2 game, and yeah, it should be fun. Let me have a big sip of my beer here. So, after today's stream, we will of course be having a Christmas stream. We'll be doing the traditional Christmas stream of delivering presents in my truck. You guys that have been around a long time will know what this means. Except this time, I'm actually going to do it in American Truck Simulator and not Euro Truck Simulator. I thought we could mix it up a little bit. So I will be delivering, personally, all of your presents. So look forward to that. That will be the Christmas Eve stream. And after that, we're going to have another repeat where I do a Ridge Racer Type 4 stream for New Year's Eve. And we're going to bring in the new year together by looking at the nice fireworks. If I play well, that is. My favourite game of all time, of course. Yeah, Spike Claws is coming back. Now, I haven't uninstalled Euro Truck. I could still play it if I wanted to, but I'm just mixing it up a little bit. I'm probably going to be so much worse driving on the wrong side of the road, you know? And yes, we're going to be doing some Ridge Racer Type 4 on New Year's Eve, along with a karaoke stream. Because I've had very few opportunities to do one all of this year. Thanks to being in fucking work accommodation and either sharing with people or being next to fucking people that are on holiday and trying to sleep. So finally, I am going to have my first karaoke of the year. Yeah, it is Kino. It is Kino. Absolutely. They must have like an equivalent winter mod for the American Truck Simulator. I would hope. I haven't fully looked into it yet, but if I can't make it festive at all, then I might just do Euro Truck again. But that was in the Steam sale recently. I got it for like $5, so I figure, well, may as well get some use out of this. I also got Dirt Rally 2, which Mechanicat suggested. So lots of fun things to play thanks to the Steam sale and the cute pink-haired anime girl that they're now putting on everything, and no doubt resulting in increased sales as it always does. Anyway, yeah, there'll be New Year's karaoke and New Year's Ridge Racer coming up in New Year's Eve. And yeah, that's about all I've planned so far. There'll be a CXW early next year. It may be the 4th, or it may be the week after that. It may be the 11th, but it will be at some point early January. There is a winter mod. Hell yeah. Good news. So that's the Spike forecast for the next month or so. It should be fun stuff. And yeah, I'll probably do a few more streams as well in between all of those that are less impactful and eventful and whatever. Okay, so yes, ATS with the winter mod will be my Christmas stream this year. We'll play some Christmas tunes and try and get in the mood. Oh, thank you for the link. Brilliant. I'll keep that one on hand for when I need it. Okay, so let's get into today's game. We are playing on my actual PS2, so that may result in more scuff than usual, or hopefully less. As if I can offload the processor a little bit, that's always good. Give my PC a bit of a rest so it doesn't have to emulate. So let's jump in. Alright, here we are. My PS2 menu is a bit blander than it used to be, because I've been switching around open PS2 loader versions. So like, I recently upgraded my PS2 hard drive to a exFAT drive, which are quite handy because that lets you put in bigger games such as Gran Turismo 4 and stuff like that. Yeah, I haven't quite spruced it up super well yet. I know there's like another fucking menu mod out now that makes it look like the PS3 menu, which is quite nice. There's also like one that like uses the Japanese only broadband menu, which is quite cool. But I don't have an official adapter. I have like a cheap Chinese one, so I can't install that. But yeah, we do still have lots of PS2 games on here. But I'm gradually adding more since I've since I upgraded the hard drive. Anyway, today's game is this one. I have already adjusted it to run in 480p, which is a good hand, because it was very interlaced when I first started playing it. How about a currently fat one? Great use of that emote. Great use of it. I do like a fat 32 drive as well. I also like my ladies to be fat and 32. But yeah, you know, exFAT is fine too. You know, exFAT has its advantages. Boom, 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 boom. So this is Motorstorm Arctic Edge. An interesting thing about this game, along with all the other things I mentioned, is that it's in widescreen. And I don't mean like, oh, it's got a widescreen mode like other PS2 games do. This game is just in widescreen all the time, and you can't change it. Which I think is because it's a PSP port. They wanted to keep the dimensions the same. It's not a problem for me, but it does mean that I'm playing a PS2 game in full screen, which is quite weird.
The fearless have arrived.
You guys hear the game okay? A little louder.
Drawn to the thrill of a new challenge. A passion to combat the extreme drives them onwards. In this land of raw,
Oh, the snow looks so nice.
only the greatest
I want to just
warriors
slap that, you know, just take a big chunk out of it. A little quiet? Cool.
awakens.
Give me a second.
The stage is set.
The stage is set, by the way. Alright, there we go.
Welcome to Motorstorm.
Alright, that should be better. Alright, how's that? Such great gameplay you will not see in this stream. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I love that I put the volume up just as the Prodigy song came in, too. Kino, dude. This is Omen from their Invaders Must Die album. Highly recommended. Love Prodigy. Alright, cool. This game, oh, fucking hell. Yeah, it's real loud now. These games always have great soundtracks, like always, so I'm absolutely anticipating more bangers everywhere. Yeah, absolutely, Wizzle. I think Invaders Must Die was like, it was like early 2000s. Like, it was just after the 90s, but still, like, it was basically the same as their 90s output. All of their output was fucking Kino. I think the video's lower than the game. It's one of those things, so we need to keep adjusting it. Alright, yeah, it's honorary, exactly. They never do. Just like how, like, early 80s is still the 70s, you know? Early 90s is still the late 80s. It's always like that. Yeah, it's a slice of time, absolutely. Okay, I made a save file earlier. I haven't done anything yet. but I have made one. Oh, dude, nothing but bangers so far. Queens of the Stone Age also feature here, apparently. This may be a very, very muted VOD, but it's okay, because games like this do have to be appreciated. True, Woozle, yes. Oh, dude, drum and bass from that time is fucking brilliant. I mean, there's a reason, like, current day drum and bass is just trying to ape the 90s stuff, you know? There's a reason that's come back into fashion now, because that was just peak. And, you know, same with jungle. Like, they just can't, you know... Nobody can come up with anything better than that. And there's no reason to. And thankfully, that was well represented in video games. Yeah, exactly, Woozle. Exactly. There's no need to experiment. Like, we already know what peak drum and bass is. Like, we fucking knew that 20 years ago. Yeah, you need the Ammon breaks constantly, as fast as possible. Yeah, the 808 drum machines. Like, that's all you need. Why overcomplicate it, dude? Half the like drum and bass guys that were like the kings of the genre were making shit on their Commodore Amigas and stuff like that, you know? Like they were working with nothing. You don't need anything fancy to do it, you know? In fact, the more you restrict yourself, the better music you'll make. At least I think so. So like, yeah, tape loops and shit like that. Like, it was back in the day, like this was all like bedroom shit, you know? And that's all you needed. But yeah, I'm a big early garage drum and bass guy, so I have opinions. Yeah, cut, reverse, reverb, delay, echo, loop. What fucking more do you need? Honest to God, you don't need a million dubstep breakdowns in your dumbass drum and bass song, you know? Anyway, same with like overcomplicating it with like using too many samples and stuff. Like there's a way to do it that has kind of already been perfected. And yeah, people overthink their stuff these days. I guess it's the best way of putting it. A lot of the SoundCloud guys and whatnot. Like sometimes people will turn me on to something and they'll be like, "Oh, check this one out." But yeah, like unless they really get it, it just doesn't really hit the same. And some people do really get it, to be fair. But it's about limitation, I think. Yes, exactly. Yeah. The festival is set across different altitudes of the mountainous, icy Alaskan landscape. I didn't know mountainous was a word. The tracks are found in environments ranging from low ground valleys right up to the treacherous mountain peaks. Yeah, exactly, Wizzle, exactly. You'll find many racing events as you progress through the festival. However, some events will be locked until you reach a certain rank. To increase your rank, you need to win points. The only way to do this is to finish an event in the top 3. So choose your racing weapon and go get them. So we have Wolfpack Mountain. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin.
Don't call out my name on the phone. I told you on your phone, yeah? Don't.
Oh my god, what is this song?
Come outside and we'll show you the difference.
Oh hell yeah.
Because I'm very high.
Shall we have the big truck? I think with music in general, once you overcomplicate it past a certain point, you do kind of lose track of the emotion a little bit. Go big or go home, absolutely. That's why I'm a big punk fan, as you probably can imagine. I prefer when bands don't fucking lose themselves in layers of production. Possibly. That's a fucking great sample there. That's like the noise your Nintendo Wii makes before it explodes. Okay, let's have a look. Paint job. Oh fuck! Well, we can have holy shit. Can we have the Scar-mobile? Oh hell yeah, we can actually. Okay, so this customization here is pretty good actually. Hold on, what else can we do? sponsors, wheels, grills, suspension, cargo. You can move it? I don't think we can change much of this yet, or we can make this red too. Got all my sponsors too. We need to replace some of these. Hot stuff, that's me. Just have hot stuff over and over and over. That's like a bin ban almost, you know, like I should be taking people's rubbish. We can make these red too. That's something that's also Kino and needs to come back. Random women moaning in songs. Mark Sandman of Morphine played a 2-string bass and the other two were the saxophonist and drums. Crazy good stuff. Oh, hell yeah. That's fucking lit. That's keeping it simple. What can we do with this? Fuck all. Great. Alright, that's probably enough. That's red enough. Oh, let's call this one... Need more hard bass sluts sucking. Yeah, we do. Absolutely. I think that's part of the Kino that we've lost over the years. People weren't afraid to put that in their song back in the day. You know, now you can't even type the words hard bass slut on Twitch without getting a precursor warning. Like, oh, are you sure? We'll call this one the Woos. You can actually have multiple copies of your customized car, which is quite cool. This looks great. It actually does kind of have a Woozle color scheme. Yellow and red. Alright, first race. Let's see if I can get that first. Let's go! Okay. As you can see, I'm a fair bit bigger than everybody else. It does. Okay. This way. So on this one, your boost meter, you can basically use it until you get to the very end, and then you explode. So mastering Motorstorm is all about mastering how pushing your boost to the limit without killing yourself. Oh hell yeah! Crush them like ants. Oh shit! There he goes. The destruction physics aren't quite as impressive in this one, but that's okay. Is the sound still okay, by the way? The bitrate is low. I know. It's probably getting a bit hard to watch. I'm sorry, but I did try to see if I could make it like a bit better, but my internet just immediately took a shit. Hopefully you can kind of see keep up with what's going on. I am currently first. Yeah, I thought it sounded a bit loud myself as well, but it might just be because of individual songs. I'll bring it down a little bit. But yeah, I think like it's definitely one of those games where the video's lower than the audio in the races, and then the menu's louder, and like everything's a little inconsistent. Okay, I've brought it down a little bit more. Alright, here we go. Let's try and hold on to this first. Still like it a little loud, of course. I generally mix a little loud in general. That's just my style. Oh, let's do this jump. Surely he can do it. Surely he can. Oh, nice. Oh, dude, we're killing these guys. No fucking chance. As you can see, this is like a... I only played it a little bit before stream, but like it's a remarkable looking game for PS2. It's really impressive. The frame rate is a little iffy, you know? It's at 30 and like occasionally, you know, is it more like 25, but like there's great draw distance. You can see everything. Everything's really sharp. It just looks great. Probably a great one to emulate, but I wanted to use my actual PS2. But yeah, it doesn't look far off the PS3 game, and the PS3 game does look brilliant to this day. I'm definitely a bit of a hater when it comes to games like that, though. Like, well, not the games themselves, but rather like modern games. I just kind of think like, you know, Motorstorm on PS3. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't make a racing game look better than that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, everything looks great, dude. You don't need to put a fucking RTX bullshit on it. Yeah, a little resolution bump. It would look brilliant. Because like everything's super sharp. It's purely held back by resolution a little bit. Anyway, 100 points. Easy win. Where is everybody else? Did they just forget to... Did they forget a race was on? Alright, let's continue. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like a lot of games around this time did really peak graphically. Oh, I unlocked an eye. Let's not talk shit about ray tracing. Well, I don't hate ray tracing all the time. Sometimes it's good. When it's used with retro games, actually, a lot of the time it can be quite cool. Can bring out some cool elements. But in like modern games, it's often detrimental because nobody knows how to optimize their shit anymore. Ray trace Doom, yeah. I like voxel Doom myself. I think that one looks really cool. Like quasi 3D, 2D. All right, ranked first on that one. Let's go to the Snow God Canyon. Is that what it says? Are we required to use a bike or a car for this one? This game looks like a PS3 game. Yeah. Yeah, same never. The PS2 was insane. People just kept finding more ways to push it, you know? Okay, this is kind of a woozle car as well. I don't even need to adjust this one. It already has the colors. Yeah, as I said, I wish they could have just kept making PS2 games forever. Okay, let's go. Look at the reflections here as well. It looks great. The frame rate's actually a little better when you're not driving the big ass truck. Oh shit, we're going down. No, we got it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Woozle. That's what I'm saying. Like we reached the point where we could do anything we wanted at that point. Like, you know, you get a dual layer disc, you got like fucking 8 gigs to play with, you got, you know, got resolutions up to 480p. What, you need more than that? Fuck off. No, you don't. For instance, Gran Turismo 4 is another one that still holds up extremely well. You can play it on PC. There's a couple of streamers that I watched that have been playing it recently. KK's been playing it, Shimada Tiger's been playing it, and you can bump that up to just about any resolution you want. It'll always look great. Same with Outrun, as mentioned. You do not need to overcomplicate graphics, you know. Should have never gone over 2040p. That's crazy, but I respect it. Yeah. You can get a lot out of 2040p as well. Absolutely, Woozle, absolutely. You can get amazing things out of the NES too. You know what's fucking amazing too? I watched a video of the Commodore 64 port of Super Mario Bros. That's fucking phenomenal. I was watching Vinesource Joel play it, and like something like that coming out in like 1985 would have like absolutely changed the industry, you know, for a fucking home computer. But like people have like figured out so much about all these systems now, they can get just insane shit out of them. And that goes for almost anything for following, but the stuff people can get out of the NES now is really impressive. Yeah, the photo mode is still brilliant. I watched a funny video a while ago, well, funny to me, of somebody using the photo mode in GT4 to prove that you could burn a disc using the PS2. Because the photo mode, if you put in a rewritable disc, it will treat it as a USB, which is quite clever. I think what you have to do is you have to like connect it via a DVD drive, and then you put a rewritable DVD in the drive, and then the PS2, if you select USB on it, it will just burn the image to a disc, which is really impressive. Like, baffling that it would even work, but you can actually do that. I'm sure somebody out there saw that and they're like, they've got to be thinking, okay, well, how can we make it so a PS2 can like, it can become like the equivalent of a 3D printer and just keep reproducing itself. You can like produce PS2 games using your PS2 and just keep burning them. That would be the ultimate. You wouldn't need to do anything else at that point. You can just put yourself on a deserted island and have one PS2 and like a bunch of blank discs. And there we go, another easy win. Yeah, I think the festival mode is, they must start you off kind of easy, because these guys haven't been putting up much of a challenge so far. I've unlocked a big arrow and a Molotov sickle. Cool. Big sip. Yeah, it is. There's been some cool shit going on for the PS2 lately. I'd love to see that. I think it's if somebody could like port Windows 98 or XP to it, that would be like all you need. Like, just start porting absolutely everything. Yeah, I love to see so much stuff coming out for old consoles. You know, that's kind of what keeps gaming interesting for me, because I don't play that much new stuff. But I'm a big fan of getting the most I can out of all my old shit. Alright, let's drive the Molotov sickle. Oh, hell yeah, this track. This one. I got my best grunge outfit on too. No, you can run Linux on PS2. Yeah, that's easy, actually. Oh, fuck, that truck is killing everybody. Yeah. The Dreamcast was first to do it. It had Windows CE, of course. So you could make very quick PC ports on the Dreamcast, because it basically already had the architecture in there. Okay, we need to use the fuck out of my boost, because these guys have much better wheels than I do. Things on the wall, it won't go away. Ah, fuck you! Oh! Wow! Beautiful bail there. That's me in every stream, just hitting the fucking brick wall as fast and as painfully as possible. We got plenty of time to save this though. Everybody's all clumped together like assholes. They have no idea. Just waiting for the overtake. Yeah, I love the Dreamcast, love the PS2, love the N64, love the SNES. I'm a big whore for retro stuff. Love the Mega Drive too. I was just actually yesterday I was playing the version of Cave Story that's on the Mega Drive / Genesis, and that's fucking phenomenal too. That's like up there with the Commodore 64 Mario Bros. In that it feels exactly like the PC game. People are so fucking smart, dude. I don't know how they do it, you know? All the like decompilations and stuff that are out there now, like people know these games so stupidly well, and they can like just pull off fucking miracles with them. Yeah, you can. It's one of those things that's like, it's nowhere near as hard as it used to be to get custom CDs sorted out. Yeah, a lot of trial and error, I'm sure. Oh, land it! Beautiful. Hell yeah, Caleb. Hello. This is my first time playing, but I'm really enjoying it. I've only played the PS3 Motorstorm, but like, this would have been phenomenal to have on the PSP. I really missed out not getting it. I like mostly played racing games on the PSP too, but somehow this one eluded me. Oh yeah, absolutely. I like the M64, but like the M64 was definitely like quality over quantity, you know? There's like only like a dozen games you're probably going to care about on the whole ass console, but that's okay, you know? It's still a dozen more than zero. I want people to come out with special box editions of the games with light spread CDs and full art booklets. Me too, yeah. It is a lost art. I want people to just make an effort again, you know? I want the feeling of like childlike whimsy when you get a new game. You like read the booklet on the car ride home and stuff to hype yourself up for playing it. You know what I mean? Zoomers need that to like get a little bit more excitement in their lives. Yeah, in this day and age, they don't even include the game on the CD. You get a download code. You better be happy with it. Remember this fucking song? Jesus Christ, this was all over the place. It is bullshit, absolutely. Reading the download code on the right now. Reading the code over and over and over. Oh, I can't wait to type this in when I get home. Hello, Bucket Stuff, by the way. Welcome. Yeah, it doesn't hit the same at all. Well, I hope that we can eventually turn away from all this bullshit and start making effort again. I think like these days, if you want them to make an effort, you have to like pay extra for it. Like for stuff that's coming out now, if you want an actual box and you want like, it's usually in collector's editions and stuff like that. For example, in the Croc Legends of the Gobbers remaster that's coming out soon, if you want it like not just digitally, you have to shell out like 80 quid for the physical edition, which includes a statue and like a big box and all this other shit. And yeah, great, but like there's no fucking line between collector's editions and just download codes anymore. You know what I mean? That's often the only way to get a physical copy of something now. Oh yeah, if they go through the effort of at least doing an in-game one, then that's certainly something. I appreciate that. Alright, that guy's crashing out over there. We're catching up. Look at this dude driving a fucking tank. Who does he think he is? Plus manuals are just fun. They're just fun to have, even for just lore and stuff like that, you know? Even if you know perfectly fine how to play the game, it's just nice to look at the pictures and just kind of get a bit more immersed in it. Yeah. At the very least, they should have those. Okay, go back. Knocked out of position slightly, but I'm okay. This game also, it's quite easy. It lets you respawn very quickly, which is nice of it. I think the original Motorstorm doesn't give you anything like that. If you go off track slightly and you're looking the wrong way, they just tell you, fuck you, sort it out. So the original Motorstorm definitely has slightly harder difficulty. This one's okay though. I'm having fun. I don't know how much I'm leading by, but I think we got it. Alright, keep that fucking boosting going, because they might be right behind me. Oh, my car's smoking quite a lot. Might blow up soon. Okay, land that shit. Oh man, we're not looking the healthiest. Alright, I can do it. We can do it. Oh. Okay, boost. We got it. Yeah. Easy. Stuff like Tunic, where figuring out the manual is like cool gameplay. Oh, really? I have been meaning to play Tunic. A friend of mine was really into it. It's cute art style too. Manuals also give you the option to add characterization, like an in-universe manual where the protagonist gives hot takes on how they feel about the enemies and other characters. Yeah, dude! I guess a lot of people don't realize how much it can do for you. They made the difficulty in this game so even a troglodyte like me can win. Exactly! My thoughts exactly, Caleb. We've unlocked the Atlas Peacemaker. A very pink vehicle. Pinky would be a fan of that one. Well, we've got gold on all of these so far. It's going well. Okay, back to the Woozlemobile. Really? I'll have to check it out. Cool. Yeah, I have a lot of games like that too. It'd be nice to just memory wipe myself, you know? We used to be a proper gaming society. We did. Stuff like this coming out for the PSP shows how far we've fallen, you know? You're getting whole ass games for your portable. There's nothing like that anymore, you know? Look at the fucking Switch shop and tell me that we've progressed as a society. The absolute garbage that's in there. The whole idea of like, I guess the whimsy of portable games being this good and like being able to do this much with them is dead now. So nobody cares. Yeah, it lets you buy porn games. They're terrible and they're fucking AI generated, but you can buy them. I happen to be a connoisseur of porn games, so I can tell you the ones that are on array on the Switch are not. They're not the finest. They're not sending their best on the Switch store, let me tell you. It's all those fucking AI-generated hentai puzzle games. They've all got hentai in the name. They're just dreadful. There's one good one that's like a shoot 'em up. It's called like Panties Quest or something. Some bullshit like that. There was one that was like themed around like D&D style chicks, like elves and wizards and stuff. That was quite good. It's absolute dog shit? Nice. Are you reading a Switch one? Oh man. But yeah, I played one that had like, it was sort of like an old arcade game. I can't remember the fucking name of it. But it's like a shoot 'em up, and like as you shoot more areas of the screen, the clothes disappear. And this was years ago though. This was like back in the early Switch days. The ones coming out now are dreadful, but that one was quite fun. And like to actually see some titties, you really had to work for it. Because I think like the first reveal when you clear the screen, they're just in their pants or whatever. And then when you do it the second time round, it's like a much harder difficulty, and they actually let you see some skin. The Ramoon game? I don't think so. It's a Patreon grift game, but there's very little to know about it. Oh, it's one of those. I see. Oh, dude, I hate Patreon grift games. There's so many. You go onto fucking F95 Zone, and that's like every fucking game. That's like the whole porn game genre now is just Patreon grift games. What's that one that's like a complete joke? Obviously you got like the original is Yandere Simulator, of course. Yeah, it's a wasteland of dead projects and just grifts that are like taking people's money and producing nothing. It all started with Yandere Simulator, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse because people realize they can just make money for doing absolutely nothing. So a really bad one that I played a while back, it's actually not that bad, it's got some redeeming qualities, but it's overall bad, is Summertime Saga, which is a meme. If you ever go onto the WEG threads on V or somewhere like that, you'll see some screen caps of it. But like conceptually, like it's got some things going for it, and it's got quite good world building and quite an easy map to traverse and stuff. It's got a decent bunch of design characters, but the actual drawing style isn't that good. It's a bit jank. You just kind of have to go with it. But the problem, of course, is that it's been in full grift mode for about fucking 10 years now. And there was the cum chalice, yeah. So with Summertime Saga, they didn't update it. The guy behind it didn't update it for like, I don't know, fucking 3 years or some shit. It was basically abandonware, and they tagged it as abandonware on F95 Zone. And I think he realized after it got that tag, they're like, oh shit, people are unsubbing. They realize that the fucking thing's dead. So he came up with this update that is the most ludicrous thing ever, where he's making it widescreen, and he's basically redoing the entire game as an excuse to kind of say, oh yeah, it's still in development, even though it absolutely isn't. as if playing it in 4:3 was some massive handicap. And that just sums up the whole fucking genre. It's all about just absolutely fleecing people of their money, and it's got nothing to do with making a good game, you know? Yandere Sim getting finished, Pirate Software's game getting finished, or the heat death of the universe. Neither of those is happening, for sure. I think the heat death. Come chat, is like, are you sure you want to send this message? I understand. I think some people probably, if that message was there for Yandere Dev, then he probably could have avoided a lot of problems that he's had in his life. You probably could have avoided a few grooming situations and whatnot. So sometimes the, are you sure you want to send this message is a bit of a blessing, you know? I'm sure at least 1 of 10 times it's probably good advice, but in this case it's just going off the words. Yeah! Nothing but bangers in this soundtrack so far. Oh fuck, speaking of bang, the truck is fucking dead. It caught me a single time, that's because it's going to TOS someone. Oh nice. Well, it's a... oh fuck, hold on, I got an itchy nose. Let's try that again. We got thrown off. Oh, another banger. The game just can't stop. Yeah, sometimes fingers do move faster than thoughts. Speaking of like fucking peak electronic music from Chemical Brothers, dude. A bit of an odd choice for this game, but I dig it. It does get pretty intense as it goes, so it'll probably work alright. go, let's go, let's go. I'm a bit out of my element in this truck. I'm a bit slower than everybody, so I'm gonna have to be a bit fucking hell. Look at him go. Here we go. Oh, dude, that guy's insane. I know. I've seen his tweets come up a few times. It's like, fucking hell, dude. Is this what happens? You just stay on the internet that long and get so obsessed with, like, fucking trying to stick it to the man. You just end up peddling the fucking most useless shit imaginable. Yeah. He never talks about the game. He talks about everything but the game. That's kind of the grift, you know? That's what being a Twitter checkmark is all about. Here we go! Right. Gotta beat all my fellow trucks. Oh shit, we're going down! Landed it! They are, they absolutely are. It's all a marketing game. It'd be great if somebody would make a video game where you can kill influencers. You know, like Postal 2, you know? How you can like gun down all the people that like wanna ban video games. We need one of those, but with like YouTubers and influencers. If they can just if they can like center Postal 5 around like killing all the fucking annoying people on the internet. Yeah. You get me, Woozle. I think there's definitely demand for that. Of course, I'm talking strictly in terms of a video game here. I would never advocate killing YouTube influencers and Twitter influencers in real life. They should be forced to drive in a real-life Motorstorm. They should be forced to... They should be forced to compete in real-life Twisted Metal. Complete with, like, setting their head on fire and putting them in the costumes. Yeah, I'm advocating for it right now. Well, you guys aren't the ones live on stream right now, but I feel ya. I feel ya, for sure. Hello, Sarah. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you made it. Don't worry, don't worry. Oh, fucking hell. Is he gonna land it? Fuck, is he it? No, down he goes. I'm still first, though. It's okay. I think, like, that whole culture is just kind of turned on itself now. Particularly in Japan, if you're a YouTuber or you have that kind of vibe about you, they'll just fucking kick you out of the building at this point. I think Japan is like so sick of Americans coming over and doing influencer shit, you know? And you know, after the whole Logan Paul thing, you can definitely see how it happened, you know? But I think gradually we're all gonna become like that, you know? If somebody gets out a phone and starts recording in the middle of the street, you should have a right to just beat them up on the spot, you know? Exactly. They should be put in there in a Fiat 500 and they just have to deal with Sweet Tooth and the rest of them. If they can survive, good for them, but they probably can't. Just as planned. Anyway, another easy first. Wow, what the fuck is this? I thought that was a chicken at first. I've unlocked Dig Deep. Fucking crazy looking thing. And the Wasabi Yuki. It's tasty. Put them in Carmageddon. Yeah. We absolutely should. That would be a great Carmageddon stage, actually. Infiltrating, like, Beast Games or something. Just line up every fucking YouTuber and mow them all down. Exactly, Caleb. Exactly. I like it. You straight up said companies shouldn't consider what players want. Oh, great. That's... great mindset to have. I'm sure only quality can come out of that. We're doing a speed race, by the way. Race through checkpoint gates at high speed. Don't run out of time. Okay. Okay, we get the Woozle car this time. Oh yeah, of course he's not a good person. See, I kind of figured everybody knew that already, like years ago. Like I just have like a low opinion of grifters like that anyway. But like the past stuff of the last 6 months or so, of everybody sort of realizing, oh yeah, this guy's actually a piece of shit. I was like, well, yeah, obviously. But I guess there are a lot of people that kind of, you know, they're not as familiar with like charity grifts and stuff, you know? So they take it all a bit more at face value, which I think is fair, but, you know, I'm very familiar with all that shit, you know? I didn't believe he had a good bone in his body from day one. Blizzard is just a clusterfuck, and Amazon games, for fuck's sake. Amazon and their wagey cagey. You know, you don't need to think about that one too hard. Right, boost, 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 boost. Ah, I was hoping we might be able to bump that one, but we're not. Founded a publishing company with some other streamer, and their first game is some live service slop. Just doesn't want to be held accountable for eventually dropping the game and stealing everyone's money. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's annoying how prevalent slop is everywhere you look now, you know? Like I talked about before, that fucking cat game and in the Game Awards, the AI generated cat game that like they're claiming now is like, oh no, it was this has absolutely no AI, but you know, it clearly does. You know, you can just say anything. And like that shit is it's just everywhere you look, it's getting more and more prevalent. And like, I'm fine with it if it's like used in clever ways, as it sometimes is, but like so much of it is just the sloppiest slop you can fucking imagine now. Yeah, it's a very real game. May I see it? Yeah, literally, it was literally Dax like, oh no, this is a real game. No NFTs, no AI, no tokens, nothing. And then people are like, okay, well, who developed it? Well, can you give a single person's name as to who developed this game? Of course they can't. So you may not see the game, you may not know who developed the game, but it's a real game, we swear. The company's called like Super Legit or something as well. Yeah, it's like, it's such a stupid thing. Alright, let me keep trying on this. Did they finally nuke the AI cat emote? I'm not sure. I hope so. Speaking of cats and AI, did you see that? I can't believe I'm even bringing this up. The fucking cat, the Twitter cat, who always comes through the door. Well, what's his name? Hold on. My cat right now, Bella, my dog Bella, is trying to get out the door, so hold on. Yeah. Pepito? Yeah, so Pepito, hold on. So Pepito got bought out by NFT Bros. And there was Pepito recently tweeted some bullshit about making your own AI Pepito and sending it in or something, and it's like, oh my god, why is everybody selling out to them? Yeah. So the past few tweets have suddenly taken an AI direction, you know, all of a sudden out of absolutely nowhere. Soon the Pepito NFT is probably going to go live. It's like whenever an account gets sold off to NFT bros, it always goes the exact same direction. Like you can just tell. Hopefully they got good money for it, but yeah, Pepito. I don't know if he's racist. He might be, and good for him if he is. He's just a cat after all. You know? But like he is definitely raking in some NFT money. I think it was like a grok thing, like. But yeah, I saw that and I immediately saw the backlash on Twitter of people like posting the picture of the guy with the gun crying like, oh, not Pepito, not Pepito. I can't believe I have to kill him. But I think a lot of stuff like this is just people that don't really know any better getting taken advantage of rather than anything malicious, you know. In this case, I think they were probably offered a big bag of money, you know, to hand over rights to the account or whatever, and they thought, well, you know, we can still do our thing, you know, regular thing. Pepito will still get his posts, like still keep building the brand. It probably seems like an absolute win-win, but the you know, NFT guys and AI guys don't really know anything about marketing, so it always kind of ends up a big clusterfuck, you know. All they really know is grifting and, you know, trying to push their shitcoins to people and whatnot. So like, yeah, I saw that happen like today, and like it was just like, oh, here we go again. But yeah, of course Pepito himself is fine. He's got fuck all to do with it. But like, I think it's very easy to get sold a bill of goods if you're like a little bit older or something, you know. And shit like that can happen. Do you see the Hawk Tour girl is catching attention from the FTC? Isn't she like dead or something? Like what happened to her? Didn't she? So she had a shitcoin too. There's another thing. She had a Hawk Tour NFT or whatever the fuck, and she, you know, pump and dump, you know, all the rest of it, the usual deal. Ran off with a bunch of money, and yeah, I think, is she now under investigation because of that shit? Yeah, she took the money and ran, which there might actually be like more legal issues with that now. People used to do it all the time years ago, like the Paul brothers did it, for instance. That was famous. Like celebrities do that shit all the time, but it might actually be illegal to do that now. I don't know, so that might be why she's under investigation. She is still alive. Oh, that is a shame. But yeah. She like completely disappeared after that. Like she just thought, well, I'm in the spotlight. If I'm going to do it, now's the time. But again, I think that's another case of somebody who's not very smart getting sold a bill of goods on that and just kind of thinking, okay, well, here's how I'll make some money, but not really realizing that it's career fucking suicide. She recently launched Hawk, a Solana-based meme coin that lost 95% of its value just a few hours after its launch, leading to accusations of her conducting a rug pull scam. Yeah, there's no accusations, dude. It's like, it literally couldn't be any more obvious, you know? Who the fuck could even like call that an accusation? It's been done 1,000,000 times at this point. Scam to her, rug pull on that thing. Yeah. The old pump and dump, the rug pull. Who could have guessed a meme-based currency would lose 95% of its value within hours of going live? Thing is, though, like, Dogecoin and all that bullshit lasted a little while, but the reason that lasted a bit longer than others is because memes used to last longer in general, you know? Now there's a new meme. Yeah, it was backed by Reddit, exactly. It was backed by Reddit. It was backed by Ellen, of course, Ellen Sammer, but when he still had something of his brain left. By the way, yeah, happy birthday, Woozle. You brought your party hat and everything. Did Twitch ask you if you wanted to send that message? I hope they at least double checked. But yeah, meme coins back in the day had a bit more chance to last because memes themselves lasted longer. But now, like, 2 hours pass and the next meme is already here, you know? They've given up policing you. Nice. I don't blame them. I actually did make some decent money off Dogecoin back in the day, so I can't be too harsh on it. and the GameStop stocks as well. I was there for both of those. Probably the last of their kind, though. I don't think any fucking stock bullshit like that is going to happen again. If only I'd put in more, I could have become a real tech bro. That's right, Spooky. That's the spirit. It wasn't bad. It was good, in fact. It's just, it was bad for the stock market. Everybody panicked because they realized that nerds were taking advantage of them, you know? Literally, I think some fucker just realized, oh, we can make a fuck ton of money here. We can absolutely crash this thing. So once they did it, they had to put in all these restrictions on who could trade and shit like that. But yeah, for a while, you could make some good money on it. Excellent. Well, if it goes hard, you've got to screenshot it. That's the golden rule. Congo made a Spike NFT years ago that I'm sure is still floating around somewhere. It probably has negative value at this point. Oh shit, I missed the gate. It's so over, lads. You still have it? Oh, okay. There's at least one Spike NFT still in the wild. It at least has a value of 1. I missed another gate. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, let's try again. It's a little trickier when you've actually got to, you know, steer places. Drive properly instead of just being an idiot. It's a bit like having to actually drive in Carmageddon rather than just hit everybody. Trying to get back into the mode. Yeah, the zeros. Yeah. Speaking of rare Spike finds, I know you also have the Spike BFE audio. I actually found that on an old hard drive recently. So there's now at least 2 hard drives on Earth that have that. If I get drunk enough, maybe I'll play it on stream and cringe. That is at least like 3 years old at this point. The Vokaru link is still up? It might be. Vokaru is pretty good about not deleting their shit. But yes, I did find the raw file. Do your archive reps. Yeah. Oh, dude. I think I'd rather kill myself than do my archive reps at that fucking friend. Imagine what you have to scroll through. Oh my god, hold on. Oop, just knocked over my iPod. We're good. In the early 2000s, in the PC caps, how did the PS get such big hard drives? What's this question? I got an Xbox recently for 1.9. Hope you don't mind hepatitis. Oh, yeah, I remember that. You have a question. In the early 2000s, in the T caps, what's a T cap? How did the PS, the PlayStation, get such big hard drives? I'm not entirely sure. The Chris Hansen show. Yeah. That's right. Hope you don't mind hepatitis. Right. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what your question is. So rephrase that if you can. But yeah, if I started doing my archive reps of all that, it would be, it probably wouldn't be that bad, actually, but I definitely have to see some schizo breakdowns. I mean, if you visit that thread these days, it's like, you might as well be looking at a ghost town. It's just one schizo talking to himself over and over again. Oh, right. And to catch a predator. I see. It's an abbreviation. Right. I don't know. Maybe they were all tech bros. Alright, we're getting there. I always had stuff on their hard drive too. Ah, shit! I missed the gate. Can we still make this one? All right. That wasn't great. One more try. I see. I have no idea, Spooky. I guess if you wanted a massive hard drive back then, you had to be earning some decent money. But also, it was kind of like the early age of internet stuff. And if you were a collector of sorted videos online, then you probably did need some serious storage space. That shit would have been all like local downloads and torrents and stuff. There wouldn't have been any fucking streaming, obviously. So I guess it makes sense if you're a massive fucking nonce to have one. Yeah, they would cost a lot of money. Yeah, they don't make Predator shows like that anymore. That was Kino. I used to watch a stream of it at a site I used to go to, 420chan, and I used to like post on their wrestling board a fair amount. And there was a guy who'd stream it, and he'd always like dub in random wrestling themes. So like every Predator had his own theme song and stuff. It was so funny. And then when they'd get arrested, he'd play the Big Boss Man theme, you know, either like the 80s or 90s one. Just like peak internet, absolute Kino. Yeah, who got Real American? There was a guy who got Real American. I think it was like a guy, like a fat guy in a flag shirt or something. Now that you mentioned it, yeah. Oh, dude, that was so fun. Yeah, I think it was like a fat veteran in a flag shirt. And his name is John Cena. Well, I mean, if you're gonna give Real American to anyone, it's gotta be him. But yeah, that was really fun. I think that was like, they'd stream like some wrestling shows, and then at the end they'd have a marathon of that. It was fun. He was he was turned into a nonce by PTSD. Yes, that's quite something. I used to like the ones that claimed they were just there to talk, you know, or they were there to talk them out of it. They just happened to bring condoms, but they were there to say, "Oh no, They were there to teach them a lesson, like, "Oh no, you shouldn't talk to strangers." I was just going to talk them out of it. It was fun to see the excuses people came up with. Happy to hear the Prodigy song again. I think they slightly changed the legal stuff. I think the reason that it was able to happen in the format that it was in is because, like, I think the prosecution level was slightly different back then, where it was kind of like it was more of a guerrilla thing that they were doing. Whereas now I think the actual cops will come for you, you know? There's more of a procedure for reporting it and stuff. I think that's the main reason it's not done the same way anymore. Because they caught a judge in this thing and he shot himself. Really? I didn't know that. Cool. I know Hansen's done like similar stuff since, but yeah, I think the original format kind of worked because they were it was kind of a guerrilla operation. It's a damn shame to not have that footage, I would agree. You can hear the gunshot. Oh. A judge too, that's fucking crazy. God bless America. Doing good, doing good. This way. That is the story a lot of the time, isn't it, Woozle? Yeah, that is what happens. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's always the way. You give somebody too much money or too much power and shit always goes wrong. Just something about human nature. The amount of people that can have money and power and also remain sane are very, very few and far between. It's a very hot button issue nowadays as well, especially like in the pedo culture and whatnot. With, you know, Diddy parties and all that shit in the news. Like, when you get to a certain level of fame, that's you're a billionaire or whatever. That's just how you amuse yourself, apparently. Nothing else works anymore. Hello, Biscuit. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, everybody. We are playing Motorstorm. Whoa! We missed that gate. We just gotta get one more. We got it. I got 25 points. Dad of the century. Absolutely. Never give me power because I want to press those beneath me until they suffer. Exactly, Goggles. And welcome, Biscuit. Welcome, welcome. Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. It's Spike After Dark. I'm here playing Motorstorm Arctic Edge for the PS2. It's going well. It's going well. Let me give you a shout out. Biscuit VT of the many VTs on Twitch. I haven't met many ADs, but I've met many VTs, and of all of them, Biscuit is one of them. How'd your stream go? I hope it was good. Was the Ranger worth the big iron hip? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was he the blocked and reported? Was Gary Plush the guy with the mustache that was like a really bad one? There's like a... It might be a Photoshop. I'm not even sure if it was a Photoshop or it was real, but there's like one mustached guy who was like a really, really famously bad one who like had a best dad ever shirt on. I always remember that one coming up. He was not mustachioed. Good. I'm thinking of someone else. I think I'm thinking of like a Russian guy. It's 6:30 a.m. Hell yeah. Nice. It is only 10:30 over here, thankfully. I didn't get first on that, but that's okay. Oh, that's fair. I have heard about that as well, yeah. You did it live on the news. That's right, I remember that. I've seen the clip of that one, actually. Yeah, that guy's a badass, actually. Right, we'll get back in the Woozle car, the Patriot Surger. Love watching dirtbags get shot. Absolutely. I love seeing meme edits of it as well. In this day and age, getting in trouble for that, I don't know. I think most people would absolutely not give a shit at all. I love all the meme edits of Luigi shooting the CEO as well. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say, Woozle. If an evil person dies, I'm the last person that's gonna give a fuck, you know? If somebody has no friends, no redeeming qualities, and nobody's gonna miss them, then, you know, who cares, you know? If all they've done is hurt people and kill people and make people's lives miserable, then great, you know? I'm a big advocate of the return of folk heroes that'll just kill shitbags for being shitbags, you know? And I would hope that if I ever became really rich and really powerful and really corrupt, that somebody would do the same to me, you know? If I lost sight of being a human being that much, I would absolutely deserve it, you know? Ah, shit, I can't focus. Too much chatting. But yeah, absolutely agreed. Violence is never the answer. Absolutely not. No. Violence is sometimes the only answer. Sometimes it's the only thing that gets people to pay attention. If you lose your humanity like that, you're really allowed to have human rights? That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, past a certain point, if your literal entire job is just to oppress people and live a luxurious life at the behest of others, and by holding other people down and stuff like that, then nobody's going to feel bad, which is kind of like what the government and what the media has been struggling with the Luigi stuff, and that there's the other side, the other side advocating for not shooting the CEO doesn't really exist. They just kind of try and make it look like it does, but it's the great uniter, people who are politically left, politically right, pretty much everybody is like, yeah, that guy's a shithead, who cares? And that is like what people do not want. That they don't want people like not bickering with each other about political shit, anything but that. Don't let people like actually realize they're in the same class. It's easier for a camel to enter the god's paradise than it is for a rich guy. Exactly. Hey, there's a nice old school tweet. Old school thought, I should say. Tweet. Got Twitter brain. Real life Forrest Gump. That is sad. No, guys, it's bad guys. Look, he's a terrorist, guys. He did a terrorism. Exactly. Yeah, he deserves the death penalty. What? You're gonna argue he doesn't? He killed a guy. No, it's so fucking stupid, dude. It's so stupid. And yeah, it's like they're desperately trying because they want everything in the media to be about left versus right and woke shit and all the rest of it. They can't have one thing that like actually unites classes and unites cultures and stuff. And that's kind of why people like that are called folk heroes, His lawyer's married to Diddy's lawyer. They're in the same prison as well, aren't they? Kind of insane. I think if he wanted to kill Diddy, that would be pretty good too. I think he would absolutely become my hero at that point. Anyway, I should probably stop advocating for people being murdered on my stream. Here's Thrasher to not say anything offensive at all. He's gonna keep it clean as he always does. I am in the UK. The UK is the absolute worst for thought control and punishing people for saying bad stuff. So, well, thankfully, I am anonymous. I don't think anybody watching the stream knows who I am and can send the police to my house. But you know what I mean. Like, you do have to be a bit more careful than you could be. If I was in Soviet Russia, I'm sure I wouldn't give two shits. But, do people even care? I haven't really seen that on my newsfeed. I think it already got buried in the news cycle. Oh yeah, by now it's mostly buried, but like, yeah. I will say when it is brought up, there's definitely a push to try and frame it a bit more egregiously than it actually is framed by most people. It's one of the good things about social media and people having Twitter and stuff now is you can kind of see how people do take in the information a bit more rather than just seeing the news and getting their version of events and, oh, here's how people are reacting. You can actually see how people are reacting, and the people reacted by fucking laughing at it and making memes of it and just making it a big fucking joke because nobody cared about the CEO. He had no friends, he had nobody that loved him. He was just a rich bastard who like set the healthcare system in the US back by a millennia or whatever. And people want change, obviously. So even though I don't think, as we've discussed before, I don't think it's ultimately going to go anywhere. Things are still going to remain as they are in the US, I'm sure. But like, it's definitely a good thing to start conversations about. At least, CEOs should not be held up as gods. We shall make blood sacrifices in Spike's name. Exactly. That's what you're all here for. Doer of crimes at place. Yes, correct. I've probably said worse than this also. Can we agree on our current PM deserves the same level as Hayes Thatcher? The current guy, he's kind of just there. Has he done anything too bad yet? I wouldn't say the same level of Thatcher, because Thatcher is like all-timer. You know, Thatcher is like, she's like the devil herself, you know. Nobody did more to set politics back than years and years and years, and just generally be an all-round shithead. But like, yeah, the current PM, he's freezing the old people. Well, like cryogenically. Honk if Thatcher is dead. Hold on, I can do that. Hold on. There you go. Let me make that even louder for you. But yeah, I wouldn't put anybody on Thatcher's level, dude. She was just a fucking insane person. There we go. Lots of honking for you. Okay. That was another one, actually. I remember when she died, there was definitely like a bit of a news thing going on there as well, a media thing, where the majority of people were happy and were celebrating her death, whereas the news would tell you, you know, people were sad and people were grieving and people were celebrating her great moments and remembering the good times and all this shit. None of that fucking shit was happening, dude. People were going out and having drinks, you know. That was also true to a lesser extent with the Queen, you know, like, especially with Irish people and with people that she's fucked over the years. But like that stuff that the media won't tell you, and that's not me being a you know, punk ass bitch and just saying, you know, saying things Punk Spike would say. I mean, that is the average person on the street would probably agree with me. You know what I mean? Can we pull up the vid of Norm Macdonald with his KFC bucket? Oh, dude, yeah, the Thatcher statue. She shouldn't even have a statue, dude. She's just asking for trouble. But yeah, I'd vandalise it, absolutely. The one Scottish Gran, yeah. Are you cel-shaded all of a sudden? I've always been cel-shaded. Well, kind of. I'm actually, like, the shading's a little bit different than it used to be. So, like, I'm a bit closer to cel-shaded now. But yeah, I'm always, like, making little adjustments on my model. So I think, like, I have a bit more... my shading's like it's a little harder, but it's also a little softer in places. In the north, they made dolls of Thatcher to drag through their towns. My grandpa said I'm out of the will if I don't. Fair. I understand. But yeah, I don't think anybody is on her level. I don't think anybody ever can be unless they're... I don't know what they'd have to do to get on her level. They'd have to turn the country into North Korea or something. Alright, we're cooking. This will be the run. But yeah, I'm not a big royalist. I'm not big into politics. You know, I'm one of those guys. I only really care about the working class people. That's just, you know, it's just how my whole life has been. So I could give a fuck less about rich people or royal people or anything like that. Okay, here we go. Exactly. I'm a menace, and I'll continue to be one. I'm Spider-Man. I want to rewatch the Sam Raimi Spider-Man soon. I'm seeing like a lot of stuff on them on Twitter these days, gifs and stuff from them, and I like the pizza time meme as well. I need to do that before I'm back at work. Watch all three of them. Alright, here we go. I'm back at work on the 2nd of January, by the way. I will still be streaming a fair bit, hopefully. But we'll be back to kind of mostly weekends and maybe a little bit later as well. I still need to figure out... still need to figure out when exactly is the best time to do the CXW show that I was talking about earlier, because it probably will have to be after I'm back at work, but hopefully it'll be a weekend that I'm not working. Which I think I'm not actually working the weekends for a while yet. Oh yeah, please do. I do sometimes worry if people will recognize me at work, because I do use my voice a fair amount. Like, I get on the mic and introduce shows and stuff. So like, yeah, if you ever are at a holiday park and you hear something resembling my voice, just pretend you didn't hear it. And don't go looking for me, and don't report me. Then again, lots of people sound like me, you know? Perhaps thousands of people have the exact same accent I do and sound exactly like me, and, you know, it could be any of them. So don't tell you that I'm me. You can tell me discreetly if you want. Just don't try and kill me. I'm just leaning close and whisper pizza time, so you know. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, do that. Okay, got a dress up kit. What's this? A badge? I can put a badge on my car. Cool. We should maybe customize our car a little bit more. I haven't done anything in a while. What do you mean we can't kill you? Well, I still need to live in order to stream, you know? I'd be like, yo, that's Spike AD, the famous VTuber on Twitch. Holy moly. Could you imagine the stares you'd get in the building? The building of like fucking pensioners at the holiday park, you know, that are there to listen to Wigwam Bam and the Macarena and like play bingo as you tell them that the famous VTuber Spike AD is here. They wouldn't have a fucking idea what you just said. Can we put a cool sticker on my Woozle car? Oh, what should we have? Oh, I like that actually. That's kind of cool. Looks like me. Is that a chili? Cute. Let me put this guy on there. That's basically me after all. Okay. You changed the bumper. Blue's fine. I'd follow you to your caravan and leave a pack of Asahi at your doorstep. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm drinking that right now, in fact. Pour a bit more. Okay, I would appreciate that. That would be cool. Yeah, you can paint. You can indeed. I think this is a bit more limited than the customization you can do in the full-on Motorstorms on the PS3, but it's still pretty good for the time and for the console. You can't change the livery on this one. I think you might have to change it entirely. Fucking weebs. Hell yeah, you are correct. I'll call this one Woos too. I'm filling up my memory card with fucking cars. I wonder how much this is going to take up. The memory car. Yeah. The good thing about this being a late stage PS2 game is at least the memory card data is probably quite well taken care of. Some of those early PS2 games take up so much space for no reason at all. Right, here we go. He was Brazilian the whole time. You got the two most important mods for Skyrim. Hold on, let me finish that for you. What's it called? Schlongs of Skyrim? That's important mod number one, and then there's what's the other sex mod called? It's been a long time. there's like a female body one that's like big, shiny something or other. Paraphernax Dilemma and Marry Me Serena. Interesting. I don't know those two. CBBE. That's it. Thank you, sir. That's the framework thing, I think. Oh, nice, Rock. Yeah, I don't have it installed anymore, but the last while of me playing Skyrim was just all sex mods. It just became a Kuma game for me. I think it's actually better now, from what I've heard, because I think it was still quite janky when I was playing them. Like, I think they have better animations and they have like they actually position themselves properly and stuff now, because I think they've updated it. Oh, Lover's Lab, I think it was called. Well, I think that was just the site that hosted it. It's to tell Delphine to shag her nan and get out of my temple. Oh, nice, hell yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, the vampire girl. No, that's fair. That's fair. Those are important mods. I would agree. But yeah, Skyrim's in that like Sims 4 tier for me. You know, the most you can get out of it in 2024 is as a sex game. just install the dodgy mods and you know, just have it ready if you need it. Yeah, exactly, Rock, exactly. Spend 500 hours installing a sex mod so you can coom in 1 minute and then close the game. The Skyrim experience. Fuck. Hello, Pax. Let me try that again. I was actually doing okay there. I maybe could have salvaged that. But hey, we get the Chemical Brothers song, so I can't complain. Skyrim is pretty tame. I used to like the actually I used to like the decapitation mod. That was good. There was like a mod that would make it really gory, which made Skyrim a bit more fun to play. But then that eventually became incompatible with the sex mod, so I had to kind of choose one or the other. Damn shame. Too real. Anyway, this is all years ago. I don't have it installed anymore, alas. I have, unfortunately, not enough free time. There's a speedrun category to romance a certain frog lady in it. Interesting. Cool. Sex or violence. Yeah, you get to pick one or the other. It became a bit of a clusterfuck of compatibility issues for a while because I think Todd updated Skyrim to like the was it like a definitive edition or something? He had like a term for it of like the fully updated one. So some people who are on like the old PC version, some of their mods wouldn't work with the new one and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff broke around that time, and I think the decapitation was one of them. The damn shame. Sex and violence on my TV. Absolutely. Makes sense that disappointed the teaching feeling fan. Hey, exactly. You're right. Yeah, if I can like if I can romance disfigured girls, then that gets points with me. Alright, here we go. Anniversary edition, that's it, thank you. In terms of like porn games and stuff, I mostly just play stuff with like One-sans these days. I played one recently called What We Found That Summer, which is kind of like a straight shooter One-sans simulator, which is pretty cool. I liked it. It's kind of like a it's a Summer Memories like, so it's like isometric RPG Maker style. I like those ones. Anything in RPG Maker usually means it's Japanese and usually means it's actually good. So I try and avoid stuff that's in like Ren'Py or one of the other fucking VN Maker programs because they're always like slop. But yeah, RPG Maker still doing great things for the porn genre. 213. Someone got it in 158. Oh, that's the sex speed run. Nice, nice. The SE edition. Last time I tried to mod Skyrim, the launcher didn't work on Windows. I couldn't be bothered to research that shit. I just gave up. I feel that. I feel that. I remember it being difficult too. And you have to like have a separate launcher as well for the mods. So like, it just overcomplicates things a lot. They do really like RPG Maker. And you know, it's fair. I understand. There's some really good stuff on RPG Maker in fairness. Alright, what are we doing at the moment? Second... 10 seconds in first. That's an interesting sticker. Okay, I think we got this one left, Howling Engines. We haven't played as the Atlas Peacemaker yet, the pink one. Let's try that. Yeah, I do think stuff like RPG Maker is very, very important to video games. Give people the chance to actually make their own shit. But in order to stand out, you do have to try, you know. You can't use too many default assets, so stuff just ends up looking the same. But I know like all the RPG Maker sound effects and stuff, like it's all burned into my memory. But yeah, it's very good for it's very good to the same token, like how easy it is to make a visual novel now as well. Because obviously it does mean that a lot of people can produce complete slop that is like, you know, churned out in no time at all. But it also means that very talented people can do good stuff too. I know Margot's making a VN, for instance, and I'm sure if she ever finishes that shit will look amazing, I'm sure. And probably be very, very degenerate, but you know, that's what we're here for. There'll probably be at some point where you make a man cry or something. But like, I like the people expressing their creativity with stuff like that, so I'm all for there being more tools, you know? Oh, what's the best one you've ever played, Never? Don't say Undertale. Yeah, peak experience. This song is a banger, absolutely. One of the Queens of the Stone Age best. Right, here we go. Oh, Pocket Mirror. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I haven't tried it yet, but I have heard it's good. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be Japanese. It doesn't even necessarily have to be an RPG. It's just an engine. Possibilities are limitless. Fuck Undertale. Fair. I don't know what I would have done if you'd have actually said Undertale there. I'd be like, huh? Where's the real Nether? Overhead. Exactly. You're allowed to permaban me. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. If you ever want to hit the emergency ban me button, you know what to do. Some of those RPG makers can be a little unstable. That's not really more of an optimization thing than compatibility, you know. Okay, we're doing good. I think we're safe despite my crash. Okay, we got it. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm so bummed out that you can't play Garfield Kart legitimately online anymore. It really is the end of an era. Flight of Fancy. Apparently if I get 10 second in first, I get an achievement. I think it's because your connection was crapping out, but yeah, I think you can run it. I think it was like you couldn't run it at certain resolutions, but you could run it at a low resolution. I think he's taking the piss out of you. When's the Spike Simpson's Backyard Wrestling stream? I actually did have that as a kid. Yeah, he got the Neurosama sub. I want one. I don't know if the sub gifters are out in force like they used to be, you know? The Simpsons Wrestling is not a great game, but it's kind of charming. Yeah, it refused to run at 2K, that's right. Ride 'em, Cougar. Oh, it says Cowgirl, excuse me. I guess that makes more sense. Another banger. It's a great emotes there from Neurosama. Oh shit, we're fucked. Oh, I love the rainbow effect there. That's so good. This game looks stunning for the PS2, even though the frame rate isn't the best, it's perfectly playable. And it's just, there's something about like backporting games from the PSP. I think this is kind of where people really realize the PS2's full potential. You know, you cut a few polys or whatever, but like so much it can do. And yeah, soundtracks are bangers. PS2 racing games it's the best era of soundtracks I think has ever existed. Even stuff like this that's kind of late. Like 2009 is not exactly the height of music. Like 2009 was a lot of like dubstep shit and whatnot, but like even this 2009 soundtrack is like brilliant. Ah fuck, it's over. Yeah, they are great. They are great. Hold on a second. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Make a 100k redeem to never play Come On Baby again. Oh, I don't know if I can do that for you, Tsar, because we are almost certainly going to play Come On Baby again someday, because it is winter for a little bit longer, and I haven't beat the winter games period of it yet. So the winter games half of Come On Baby still needs to be beat. I am also still sending out Come On Baby to random tubers. So there are still, you know, if you thought you were safe, then I'm afraid you're not safe. I'd pay that for you to play it again. I'm not gonna beat that fucking game. So I sent Ricky Bus a copy of Come On Baby, and he played it on stream a little while ago. And famous corpo tuber Mono Monet will also be playing Come On Baby on stream soon. So you can thank me for spreading the virus around. I'm the official Come On Baby streamer, but soon they'll all be Come On Baby streamers, because I'm just gonna keep fucking gifting it to people. So my plan on this is I'm going to like make sure lots of people have Come On Baby, and then I'm gonna launch the Come On Baby tournament, and there'll be enough tubers with the game that they can join me, and we can all play together. That's the plan. We can all slap fight. I want like an 8-person tournament of Come On Baby. I know it can be done. That's my goal for next year. Oh, Viva Pinata's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of the few good Rareware games after they got bought out. MK Ultra Awakening. God, it probably would be like that for me as well. I haven't touched it in years and years. I remember liking it though. Yeah, it's a colourful game. Very cute. I don't know what it is about Come On Baby With Me. It's not a very... It's objectively probably not a great game, but it's like... It's just got a certain amount of Crusoe charm to me. And I love games that are just unapologetically stupid, you know what I mean? Oh, it's on Game Pass. Nice, nice. Oh, fuck. Oh my god! Okay, we can still catch up. We're in 5th currently. I don't know if I'm the person to answer your question. I've only played Wolfenstein 3D. I know there's a lot more lore in later games. Is it about the origins of it? Because I know the same developers created both, of course. I think Doom was built off of Wolfenstein, etc. Oh! Turn around. Keep my eye on the road. How can the Doom guy... Alright. Be BJ Blackowitz the third if BJ only had 2 girls? Is this like official law? Or is this just like headcanon? I can't tell anymore. I didn't think Doom Guy was anybody in particular. I thought he was just Doom Guy. Oh fuck. No, we can't get seconds. Kill him, yeah! Sorted that one right out. Oh no, we saved it, we're good. Yeah. He's related to Terrabully. I see. Interesting. And I got the star. Nice. Cool. Still winning. I've had a pretty easy time with this game, actually. It hasn't been like stupidly easy, but it's definitely gradually going to get harder, I'm sure. Hello, Xavier. Hello, welcome. Good to see you. You're doing well. We've unlocked another arrow. And the time ticker. Hope you're doing good. Alright, I think, what's left? It's quite an interesting menu here. I think, like, they probably would have had more actual cutscenes in the PS3 games. But as it stands, it's quite good. Terrorbilly sounds like Rob Zombie. Sounds like he'd be in Rob Zombie's band. Okay, let's do a bike stage. I could just imagine like a track list saying Terror with like Dragula, Terrorbilly remix. Alright, let's go, let's go. Oh, I love that little rainbow. It's so cute. Really cool effect there. Like, making the most out of limited hardware here. You've even got the little bits of mud on the camera. Thankfully, everybody in this stage is also on a bike, I think. There's no trunks or anything to run me over. So we should be able to handle it. Oh, hell yeah. Doing good, doing good. Keep it rolling. Oh no, that's not gonna land. It's okay, I've reincarnated. Just noticed there's only 4 of us as well. Oh my god. That guy's dead. Alright. He's dead again. We started off okay. We're fumbling the bag a little bit now. Shit. No, we're fine. That is a lot of damage. As long as I can still see them, we haven't completely been outclassed yet. Oh, he's not going to save it from there. Ah, 4th place. Well, that's the end of my hot streak. Let's try again. I blame the dubstep music. There wasn't a good enough banger playing. That's why I lost. Add that one to the Coke gif. For life, that's right, that's right. Shit. That's right, yeah, if you just take away the whole podium and like kill everybody on it, then yeah, you came first. It's Radiohead. It's a bit like their early stuff. Oh, landed it! Oh, we landed it, but at what cost? Lost everything. Oh, dude, Excite Bike on the Wii was really good, actually, yeah. And Excite Truck was also really good on the Wii. I've been meaning to stream both of those at some point. Mind you, Excite Bike on the NES is really good, too. But, like, it's obviously a bit more primitive. But yeah, those were pretty underrated when they came out. Like, people didn't really know that there were actual good racing games on the Wii, as opposed to just bad ports of them. Hold on. Okay, it's not over yet, Rock. We're getting a little filtered, but it's not over. It's gonna take more than 2 attempts. Okay, this has got the Prodigy song, so I got no excuse this time. I think the first Motorstorm also had a Prodigy song. I think it had like Smack My Bitch Up or something like that. That also had a all-timer soundtrack. The first Motorstorm. That had like Nirvana on it. All kinds of shit. Oh, saved it. That is also a cute emote. Manhunt 2 on the Wii. Yeah, I always heard the Wii versions were surprisingly good. Resident Evil 4 on the Wii was really good as well, actually. Like, some games were just like perfect for the controls. Oh shit, we're fine, we're fine. We need to give these guys the road rash treatment and just fucking punch them. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh fuck! Oh my god! R.I.P. Oh fuck! Whoa, look at him go! Beautiful ragdoll physics for the PS2 as well. Hello, Saludo. Welcome. Yeah, instant karma, well deserved. That's what I get for being a jackass. Okay, doing good, doing good. Oh, look at that! Still got the first though. Still got the first. I may have crashed, but all it took was hearing a good song. Alright, there we go, there we go. See, just the temporary filter. Not the all-timer. You must be gripping it too tight, Spooky. I want ice cream. Checkmate, liberals. I have a little tub of ice cream in the fridge, actually. I got one of those Ben & Jerry 6-packs. The little guys. I have one waiting for me. I think I'm gonna have that after stream. Let's do a Snow God Canyon. All right, we'll do the pink one again. This is like this is like almost baby's first Motorstorm, you know? In difficulty. It's getting hard now, but I have been playing for like 2 hours. But it's a really good one to introduce you to the concept. Highly recommend booting this up in an emulator if you like this kind of thing. It's good fun. It probably plays fucking perfect on Emu as well. It's like obviously it's 30 FPS here, but you can probably bump it to 60. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. This is Propane Nightmares, I believe. This is a remix version by Pendulum, who were very, very big in 2009. I like them. I think they had like around the time this song came out, they had like a lot of haters because they kind of like this was like the mainstream version of them. Whereas their first couple of albums were like a bit more underground. They definitely lost some fans with the electronic music hipsters. Yeah, dude, TF2 videos went crazy with this song. And like Gary's Mod shit. And like headshot compilations, like yeah, you couldn't get away from this song on early YouTube. I like the song though. It was a theme song for a wrestling pay-per-view as well. I think it may have been like a Cyber Sunday in like 07 or 08 or something like that. If they ever like use the song in wrestling, I can usually memorize it. At least in the era where like it was actual rock music and like somewhat relevant. Now it's all like SoundCloud rappers. It doesn't have the same punch to it. I actually went to a wrestling show yesterday, in fact. I went to RevPro in London, which was really fun. I got a little drunk as well, but like drinks there were quite expensive. It was like £10 a pint almost. Fucking crazy. Yeah, Nickelback was the beginning of the end, you know? When we got to like the early 2010s, they just lost the plot. But like before then, they had some good stuff. Yeah, the show was really good. The women's matches were real good too. Got to see Nina Shirakawa, who I'm a big fan of. No tables, unfortunately. I like to go to shows that have a few more weapons. There was a chair used at one point though, which I'll give them that, you know. Yeah, Mina's great. Great in person too. So much. She's so charismatic, you know. Really works the crowd super well. Anyone do a dick spot? No! The dick spot guy is no longer working. I think the dick spot guy is like working in Target now, isn't he? Like, he's not booked. Kind of wish I had a PS2. Yeah. PS2's great. I recommend picking one up. They don't go for much money these days. Easy to hack too. Yeah, GameCube's good. Logjam, all-terrain vengeance. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to many live wrestling shows during the Joey Ryan era, so I don't think I've ever seen any dick spots live. When he was on TV, yeah, he was in TNA for a while, wasn't he? I always remember the fucking the first AEW show. Well, at least I don't think they were actually going by that name yet. I think it was All In. So like the Young Bucks show, whatever you want to call it. That one has Joey Ryan on it, and he has like an insane entrance in that where like the dick druids come out. It's like I don't know if wrestling was ever at a lower point than that. Just fucking 16 guys dressed as penises coming out to the ring. It was a great gif at the time. Yeah, Cody's show. Yeah. I think it was mostly Cody's show, wasn't it? So I think it was his idea. And then that obviously later went on to be AEW. Yeah, back then that's kind of all they had. So it was at the first All In show, which I think was like 2018, 2019. I think it's 2018. But yeah, that was amusing, and there were definitely dick spots on that show, I'm sure. But like that was like the tail end of it. I think shortly after that he got outed for sex fest stuff, obviously, as if anybody couldn't have seen that coming. And then he has not yet come back to wrestling. 2018, yeah, I think so. But yeah, it definitely like changed the trajectory of wrestling quite a lot. Like that show, like Cody's like the biggest guy in it now. Yeah, that's right. And then 2019 for AEW's proper start. Yeah, early AEW was very good. I liked it quite a lot at the start. It's still alright sometimes. Marty Skull's another sad one, yeah. See, Marty Skull actually could wrestle. Like, I feel a little worse about that one because, like, Joey Ryan was just an act, you know. Marty, I think, was actually good, but, yeah. Gotta keep it in your pants sometimes, you know. And yeah, he was very over, the whoop whoop and the wings and stuff. Very over. I have seen him live, actually. Back in, like, the early Bullet Club days. Yeah, it was all very over back then. But, like, yeah, it's a shame. I think with him, it was one of those things where, like, he had a bit of a reputation for getting fucking ass-blast drunk at parties and liking very young girls, and then eventually, you know, you can only do that for so long before one of them fucking gets you in trouble. I think he was like just on the line of legality, but like it was close enough to the borderline that people didn't want to book him anymore. Nice. Yeah, I like Joe. Joe Hendry's fun. Yeah, I was enjoying his like Fiend parody gimmick years before I got over. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's technically legal. Because, like, in the UK, as some of you may know, the age of consent is 16. So, like, he didn't do anything illegal, but he did have a reputation for creeping on 16-year-olds and, like, going to parties with a lot of, like, basically schoolgirls and, you know, fucking making out with them in the closet or whatever the fuck it was. And, like, yeah, it eventually came back to bite him on the ass. It's scummy, yeah. It's not a good look, even if it's not technically illegal. I don't typically like prosecuting people based on like, oh, the optics are bad and shit like that. But like, yeah, the dude had a reputation, you know. It was only one of them that was reported, but like, I have friends in wrestling, and yeah, I'd already heard about shit like that for years, you know. I've done tech at wrestling and stuff. Actually, before I started my current job, I teched the wrestling show, which was fun. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things. Yeah, it's a shame. I was a ref. I was not a ref, but yeah, it's But yeah, I don't hate the guy or anything. Hopefully, like, he can make a bit of a comeback someday if he's fucking sorted his life out. I think he's married now and stuff, so it's not one of those things where I'm sure the guy will never work again. But yeah, the king was on Epstein. Was he? I bet he fucking was. Actually, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know that for a fact, but I would absolutely believe it. Is it his brother? No. Yeah, it was his brother. It was his brother. That's right. It was Philip, I think. No, I don't think the king himself was there, but one of the royals was. Yeah, he got excommunicated from the family after it. But also, yeah, it's kind of a PR thing. I wouldn't doubt at all that others have connections, you know. But I just have a very low opinion of the royal family anyway, so I would say that. Right, yeah. How could I forget? I think the last public appearance he made was at like one of the royal weddings or something. Like he's very much persona non grata since then. But yeah, big Epstein guy, unfortunately for him. I think we'll probably wrap things up after this race. There's a VTuber concert I want to catch a little bit of before I go to bed. Yeah, his mother's funeral. That's right, the Queen's funeral. Don't you start, Never. We're gonna get our first here, and then we'll come back to this one. No. Fucking hell! Every stream with these bastards. Look at that! I did the splits. That was cool. I definitely need my own version of that emote. I don't know what it'll be, but I'll come up with something. Ah, fuck, I'm dying. You fell out with Epstein, but still in the nonsense house for 4 days. Yeah. A very likely story. Give him a mohawk. Easy enough, isn't it? I'm sure I can do that. Oh, look at him go. Wow. Oh, come on! Final lap. Oh, survived. We're good. It helps that there's a banger playing. Boost it! You can wall run, yeah. I bet if you were speedrunning this, that would be a great tech. I'm being careful about not overusing it though, because I can't do it super safely. Okay, I think we're safe. Just go a little bit further. Oh my god, what the fuck happened? I'm safe. Okay. Thank you. Shit. Are we good? We're good. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. We're still first. We're still first. So I just gotta go a little bit further. Yeah, it's kind of pseudo-realistic. It's kind of like pretty impressive that it's even here at all, but that it works at all is very good. And early ragdoll physics, I've always keen on. You can see them in the regular Motorstorm games as well. Anyway, there we go. All good. All good. We have unlocked another sticker. I love the design of this badge. I'd like this one for one of my jackets. This is like, you got the kind of like green scar checkerboard there, and then the L for learner driver. This is like very Spike Core somehow. It's like, learner? No, I've had my license for nearly a decade, I'm afraid. Alright, I think we'll leave it there. I've got a stream I want to watch, but thank you all for joining me. Let's jump back into the porthole for a second. Alright, cool. Battle baby. I'll keep the music going in the background. If we can. Apparently not. It's not going to let me. Oh, yeah, we got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I will be back hopefully tomorrow with another stream. Sorry, it's a little bit on the short side tonight. You're welcome. As I said, gonna have some fun stuff for Christmas and New Year coming up. Keep it wintry and snowy as much as I can. You're welcome. Let's see if there's somewhere I can send you in the meantime. Let's see, what's everybody doing? Mechanicat's on, playing Need for Speed Underground. That'd be fun. Shall we go pay him a visit? Oh, I almost knocked. No, don't knock on Mechanicat's stream. Yeah. Let's do it.
No. What the hell did I press?
Okay, we'll raid Mechanicat. He's playing Need for Speed Underground 2, one of my all-time favorites, and I'm sure a favorite of many of yours. He's not playing Nick. Oh, is he gonna be? All right. We're safe for now. He's actually playing an actual game and not a gacha, so perfect time to go pay him a visit. All right, have a lovely rest of your evening, everybody. Keep an eye on my socials for the announcement of the next stream. Hopefully, if I'm not busy, I'll do one tomorrow. Fair enough, Rock. And have a lovely rest of your evening, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Let's head over.